it. Hey, welcome to all of you from YouTube. As you can tell, we're just getting started. We have definitely not spent the last 20 minutes trying to get this going. This is definitely just exactly where we wanted to be to start. Is that right, Andrew?
Yeah, just in time.
Exactly.
Yeah, just in time. We just started a new React Native project.
Exactly. What can I say? All right, let's start this up. Do you get this unable to boot device in current state booted thing? It just pops up every time I try.
Before.
Like, what the heck?
Yeah, I've gotten that a lot actually since, I don't know, some update.
Yeah. So we're not gonna. We of course don't have any tabs open trying to solve a problem. We're just gonna quietly close those and not mention them. Okay. Whoops. Code. So this is not an Ignite project. This is an app TSX. And that music is a little aggressive. I don't think you can hear the music, right, Andrew?
No, it's all quiet for me.
Okay. All right. There we go. Danny says, I get that all the time. Hey, Danny. Nice you could catch it. Horatio says, are these streams every Friday? Any Wunderbach stream? Well, they're going to be moving to Mondays, actually, because we have internal workshops on Friday mornings, and I hate like having to cut them off early and be like, oh, I got to go stream, you know? So we're going to be doing Mondays. We're going to try it Monday mornings. I don't know how Monday morning stream's going to go, but...
It's a good way to start the week.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's building right now. We're gonna let it roll. Okay, let's talk about Realm. Well, first off, introduce yourself, Andrew. Like, you live in Germany. You worked for MongoDB.
Yeah.
Well, Mongo. What's the organization name?
It's MongoDB. That's
just MongoDB. Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been there?
About a year and a half now.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not too long. Pretty fresh.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Let me just pull that up so we have a visual. And Mongo, of course, I am familiar with the database, the document store. I've used it. It's great. I like it a lot. But what else does do you all do? You have Atlas.
Yeah, there's all sorts of things that MongoDB itself does, like you know, with data, right?
Right.
I work for the Realm part,
okay.
And that's the mobile part. So Realm was a startup company that MongoDB acquired a couple years ago.
Okay.
And yeah, they're out of Copenhagen.
Okay.
Yeah, they basically had, I guess they've been doing this for a while. Like about when the Swift language came out was when I think the first Realm version was like released to the public. And
I remember when it was. Yeah.
Yeah, to compete with core data.
Yeah.
And have a different way of doing that, and also to compete with the local SQL.
Right.
Lite. And right. So they've been around for a while.
Yep.
Realm.js has all been around for a while.
Yeah.
But when I was hired on and started using it, I was like, "Wow, this needs to be updated a bit to be more React Native friendly." So that's kind of what I was hired on to do.
Yeah.
I've been doing React Native development since about 2017.
Mm-hmm.
I was working at a German, basically like the German Home Depot. It's called Hornbach.
Okay.
Yeah, and I made their client-side app, mobile app, and that was all in React Native. And then I also had my own little consultancy company that I had in America.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Running, and and we also did a React Native app for a client.
Oh, okay. And, that's cool.
That was fun. Yeah.
Well, it's always good to talk to a fellow consultant because you kind of get what we do.
Yeah, totally. I had to let that go though. It was getting too much to do that on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but now I get to full time, do open source, which is
Right.
pretty fun.
That is fun.
Yeah, I spend most of my day on GitHub, looking at issues and doing pull requests. So.
Yeah, the glamorous life of an open source maintainer. By the way, Ahmed says hi, Andrew and Jamon. Horatio asks, do you work with Diego Franiche?
I think that's Diego from DevRel.
Okay.
And yeah, every now and again we do some things together.
Yeah.
When I helped Expo get started, like Expo finally was releasing third-party modules, so I started creating templates and figuring out what works, what doesn't work, and then Diego wrote a giant blog post about using Expo with Realm, and
yeah,
so.
Absolutely. Danny says, living the dream. Evgeny, or I think it's Eugene, basically. He's been on the stream before. Hello, what version of React Native are you using right now? We're using the latest stable. So
69.4.
Yeah, we're hoping that it is stable. I tried to use Ignite Maverick, but there's still some issues we're working through. So 69.5. 69.5. Hey, Curly Coder. Yeah, that's Simran. She works for me. Cool. All right.
Anyway, yeah, back to Realm. It's as I said, it's a mobile database.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it's written in C++. It's basically deep down you get a Realm file in your app that it talks to, so it doesn't load it directly into memory. It's kind of using like a memory mapping way of doing things. So it's pretty quick. It does like lazy loading, so when you grab a Realm collection, it's not just going to be everything at once being loaded into memory, unless you want it to.
Right. You
can call this really nice function called toJSON, and then that basically just converts everything to a JavaScript object, and then
do
nice things to your memory.
Yeah, totally. No, I've thought about this too, because like when I'm thinking about the problem of I guess data, like state management and managing state on a device and things like that, like I was a backend developer before I did React Native, and I just think about how nice it was to have a database at your fingertips to just query and say, hey, give me the latest data. But there's a few cool things about this as mobile to cloud data sync, real-time reactive mobile apps. I'm really interested to see how we do here. So let's just get started, if it's cool with you, Andrew. Let's get rolling on this and see what we can build this morning.
Right. So since we're doing React Native, I would probably start with the Realm React module that I built on top of Realm.
Yep.
So you just basically have to install npm install Realm and npm install @realm/react.
Just yarn. I'm using yarn here, so yarn add Realm.
Oh yeah, or yarn add. Sorry.
Yep. Yeah. No worries. I can translate it. So we're adding Realm. We're also adding. I should have just done it all at once. You said at Realm
/react. Yeah.
React. Just like that. Anything else we need to add? I'll go ahead and kick that off while we're.
Yeah, that should be fine. Sorry, the screen shared's lagging with me a little bit.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me actually restart the screen share. Let me.
Okay.
By the way, for those of you who are watching, the screen share is via ping.gg, which is a really cool program, a really cool service. And there we go. Cool. Hopefully that's working.
Right.
And hopefully it's not too laggy for you. Okay, cool. So this provides React hooks, which return. Okay, let me read this actually. Setting up Realm and React Native applications has historically been complex. Re-rendering of components when objects in the database change requires manually adding and removing listeners, which produces a lot of boilerplate code and is error prone if listeners are properly removed on unmount. This library alleviates that by providing React hooks, which return realm data that is state aware. As a consequence, any change to the realm data will cause components using the hook to re-render. All right, sweet. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Let's get started on that then.
All right.
So we got those.
So basically, to get started, we should probably define a realm schema, which will basically be like the model.
Okay.
The data model.
I'm just going to throw it in the main directory here. I don't recommend that usually. You know what? Actually, no, let me do this right. I'll just make an app folder. And then we'll create a folder in here, we'll just make the files directly in here. So what would you typically call this? Just schema.ts or what is it?
Yeah, or maybe for now, we can just call it realm.ts.
Realm.ts. I actually like that better. Yeah. I like that better. I like naming things after what they actually are and not like some like higher level concept. So as an example, one of the things we're changing on Ignite Maverick is instead of calling it the folder E2E for end-to-end tests, we call it detox because they're detox tests. Yes, they're end-to-end tests, but they're detox. Everybody knows what detox is if you do React Native. So, just call it detox.
Yeah.
All right. All right. What do we do here?
Let's import realm from realm. It's just like a default. So.
Like so?
Yep.
All right.
And it's just, oh wow, look at that. It's already telling you what to do. But that's not what we want to do. We want to make a model. So for making a to-do list, then we should probably just start with a to-do list or to-do item.
Okay.
So we can do that by basically, let's pull up a little bit of documentation.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go take a look at that. Docs here. Okay. And then, do I want to look here? SDK?
Yeah, we can just cut to the React Native SDK.
Okay, so it looks like it's just an object here.
Right. There's actually two ways to define
schema
data.
Yeah.
We can do it as a class, or we can do it as just a plain old object.
Do you mind if we just do a plain old object?
Yeah, let's just do an object.
Okay.
But then we'll have to make a TypeScript type for it as well.
Okay, no problem. All right, so we've got let me see if I can arrange this in a way that kind of makes sense. Okay, something like this. Okay, so, all right, so our to-do, what do you want to have in here? You want to have an ID?
Well, we want to have a name.
Name for the realm object, basically.
Right, that'll be how you reference it later.
And then we have properties.
Properties. We can use an ID. Object ID is basically, it's a MongoDB object.
Okay.
So it's basically a unique identifier that we can use. You could also just use an integer, of course.
Achmed says, I love the lo-fi music. Yeah, sometimes it gets a little aggressive and I have to like skip to the next one. It's through Pretzel, by the way. Sorry, Andrew. Sometimes I have to jump over to chat. Import React from React. No. Flexbox trying to throw us off here. And then Mark Elsewhere says, anyone else think the music is a bit on the loud side? I can drop that down. That's no problem. Let me bring that down a little. Yeah, sorry about that. It depends on the song too.
So then you define a description, I guess would be the next logical thing.
Okay.
String.
String, yep. And it's telling us completed as a Boolean.
Well, that sounds pretty good. We'll just let the AI take it over.
Do we want the created at and everything?
Yeah, we could also add a created at. That's fine.
All right.
Then we can sort by it. I don't know if we need an updated at.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
It's a nice suggestion.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I do want to point out that at some point we are gonna like revamp our class-based models a bit, or typing and things. Because at the moment, like it's it's a bit hard to with the data types from Realm to discern what they are in TypeScript, but we are kind of working on a way that we could do that. Like the data types that Realm offers are pretty advanced, and so but it's hard for like TypeScript to discern what's the difference between a decimal and a float and a long integer and things like that.
Yeah, good call. Yeah.
Right. Anyhow, so we could start with this. Let's import another thing. So basically, to get the magic of the hooks, we do have to make a provider. And to do that, I have a function from Realm React called create Realm context.
Okay.
So what you provide to that is basically a Realm configuration. For the simplicity of a local realm, all we need is the schemas that you've defined.
Okay.
So we can basically just export. We can call create realm context. It's going to give us a context back, and inside that context, you're going to get the hooks and the realm provider that you wrap your app with.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So here, that looks good so far. Actually, exactly what that's saying.
Okay. And by the way, this is just a single to do. Do we need like a
this
a list?
Is we should probably make a list, but that would be logical.
Okay.
We don't have to.
Okay.
Because in the end, this is a collection. So
yeah.
If we wanted to have like separate lists with separate to do items.
Yep.
Maybe that's like the next advance.
So this is a collection to start with. Okay.
Yeah, to start with, it is already a collection. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is enough to get started. If we export this, or provide it as an export, then now we could import this at the head of our app.
What would you call this? To do context?
I would call it to do context. I would try to domain specify it. So.
Okay.
In the end of the day, I guess it's your application context. So any model
is it capital? Would you capitalize? Would you go like camel case or headless camel case or?
Because it depends on your preference.
Yeah.
I think I personally would just leave it lowercase because it's not a component.
It's totally fine. Yeah, I just didn't know. I want to kind of like do what you would do more naturally.
Right.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. Ahmed says that Jamon hates providers. I tend to not like providers. There are ways around it though. So we'll see. Okay. So what are we doing now?
Okay. So now we can go to our what our view is going to be.
Right. So we have this. And I'm gonna. I don't know. Moving everything around is an art in and of itself. Okay. So now we can import this.
Yep. Import our context to do context.
Yep. So we got that.
And,
okay.
Right. And if we want to, like right after that, we can just destructure that into the hooks and providers that it offers. So we could do const curly brackets realm provider.
Yep. Anything else, or is that good?
For now, that's good. We're gonna need more later.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna try to get rid of some stuff here. This is refreshing. I want to make sure that if it breaks, realm constructor. Did you run pod install?
Oh no.
Did not.
Have we? No, we haven't ran pod install. Yeah, we got to do that.
Let's do that. I'm used to, so in Ignite, we have a post install hook that runs pod install for you. So if you yarn, then it's just pod install is done.
Okay, all right. That's good.
But we're not using that. So, okay, cool. So we have a provider here. And then we would, not here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So we'll have to basically make two components, right? Your app wrapper and your app.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. So let me think here. So we'll create the app wrapper and and export that. So okay, so const app wrapper, and then return. And in this case, we're going to do our realm provider and replace and send the app back right there. Missing realm constructor. Okay. So I assume that we need to provide something in the provider.
Have we rebuilt the app already?
We have not. So that would be the problem there. Okay. While it's rebuilding, then we can kind of think about what else. I'll try to do a little cleanup here. There's a lot of crap in the way. All right. Okay, cool. I don't know if we need that. Oh, that's fine. Sure. Okay. What next?
So now we should. What we could do right away is provide some like initial data if we wanted to,
okay.
Or we can build basically the UI first. You know,
okay.
Create a to item, right? So I guess what I would do is let's create. We have the realm provider. It's wrapping an app. Let's create a view with a text input and a button.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna create just like a component is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go and do that. Let's do that over here.
Nice to have your Ignite components.
Yeah, I know. So this is a to do component. Is that what we're talking about?
Or to-do list component, and then
to list component. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So import React from React, and we're gonna export const to do list, and then this is going to return a view. And what did you say you wanted in it?
Right. So I guess the first thing we can do is we can make a list. We're not going to have anything in it, so we can get that data ready right away.
Flat list?
So yeah, let's just do a flat list.
Okay. All right. And then
let's grab.
All right. And then what do we put?
We got to get our. Let's import that that context back here again.
Okay.
And get our use query hook out of there.
Out of to do context. Okay.
Exactly.
So const use query. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Another way we could have done that is do a default export from the realm, and then you could import it like use query directly out of there. But basically a taste preference.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go this way just to make it more obvious, but I like what you're saying there.
Yeah. Cool. It looks like thanks for using Apollo query. I used Apollo at my last job.
Nice.
So yeah, so use query is basically just going to take that model name.
Okay.
So we can provide that as a string, and if we want, we can provide a generic template for. This is actually where the class base is actually better. If we provide it as a class, we could actually provide that to do class into this use query, and then it would automatically return that typed.
Is that right?
Object back. Yeah. So maybe we should change it.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Class to do.
A class to do, and it extends realm.object.
Okay. And then
this object is actually a property on the class. It's a static. It's called static schema. So we can define that as a static property of this class.
So
we can
schema.
Yeah, equals, and then an object.
And do we need all the same stuff?
Yeah, we need the name.
We do
as
need the
well.
name?
And
Okay.
yeah, the name and the properties.
Oh, so this will continue to be properties. Okay, gotcha. Name to do, then properties. Oh.
All right.
There we go.
And this is kind of a funny class. We have to kind of do a declarative syntax for the properties in it. So up above, above static schema, let's do _ID ! Colon realm.bson.object ID. So that's like the type it is.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
And do the same with the rest?
Yeah, so description, uppercase string.
So just string. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like
okay.
the TypeScript
Completed.
type. Oh, I guess that would be a lowercase string, right? Or is it uppercase in TypeScript?
In TypeScript it'd be lowercase, yeah.
Okay, then we can put it lowercase.
Okay. Yeah. And then created at is a date.
Exactly.
Unless, is there a realm date that we need?
No, it'll use the JavaScript date.
Okay, gotcha.
And it'll also return that.
By the way, Flexbox, that's a cool thing I did not know about. Command 1, 2, 3, 4 make different sizes of. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's cool.
A nice one.
David, his name is David, is full of stuff like that. Like if you ever work with David, you come away with 45 different hacks, and you'll probably remember like 3 of them, but they're all really good.
Awesome.
Okay.
So that should be about all we need for that then. So now we can just provide to do as we got to import the class now into here.
So we get the to do, we pull the class itself, or what are we pulling?
Yeah, we can import let's import the class itself. So provide that also as an export from realm TS.
Okay.
And then we can import that in as well.
Okay. And now when we use query, we just say to do. Is that right?
Right, exactly.
No way. Okay. Interesting. All right. Okay.
Yeah. So now if we say just name a variable to dos, right?
Oh, so this will just be
curly brackets.
To dos.
Yeah, it's going to return the collection directly.
Really?
So now if we do, like, for example, if we did to dos and just like referenced it out, it would be all typed to that.
So it is a to do. Look at that right there.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So now we can display
it. What I'll do.
But there's nothing in it.
Yeah, there's nothing in it. Let me just do like a text with item dot description here text, and I need to import that. So there is nothing in it. Yeah. Is there a way to provide like a default value to the context?
Yes.
Okay.
We can do that like for completed, right? We should, in that case, you define it a little bit differently.
Oh, okay.
So we can completed : and then give it an object instead, and then we give bool is a type. So that's.
Oh, and there's a default right there. Okay,
it
sweet.
already knows realm.
Yeah, perfect. Nice. That's cool. But what about like if we want to just see a few to dos? I guess we can.
Oh, yeah, sure. We can do that as well. Let me try to. I gotta remember what that function is called.
Ahmed says, first time I see this after property, the bang after property name and TypeScript. What does that do?
That's basically a declarative thing, basically saying at this moment in time, it's not initialized, but we're basically trusting that realm.object is going to initialize those for us.
Yeah, so we don't have to provide a constructor.
Yeah, we don't have to provide a constructor.
Okay.
And yeah, we shouldn't provide a constructor because Realm's going to construct that. So
Yeah. And then Ahmed says, is it the same as using it when accessing properties and objects to tell TS it's not null? It's a similar concept. It's just saying that, hey, don't worry, we got this. Stop complaining.
Right. Exactly.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. And there could be optional types as well, and then
yeah,
in that case, you can just put a question mark up there, and then it's the same thing.
Right. If we didn't necessarily have, yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so there is a way to initialize data.
Yeah.
So we can actually just get seeing something right away.
Mm-hmm.
We just added this function because someone was asking for it, so I just have to find it again.
Yeah, no problem.
We can look at the documentation.
Crane Hansen says the realm config takes an on first open prop.
There it is. Thanks, Crane.
Where's the realm config? Are you talking about the create realm context?
Oh yeah, this is actually the realm config, so we can provide that right here if we wanted to. There's actually 2 spots you can do it. You can do it here, and you can also override any of the configurations in the realm provider.
In the provider. Okay. So if we say on first open.
Yep. So this takes a function,
mm-hmm.
and in that function you're going to get realm as an argument.
Actually, I should be able to do this. Realm as an argument. Okay. And then
realm
initialize.
In this case. Oh, look at, jeez, that AI is awesome. Copilot.
Exactly. This is why I'm like a huge Copilot stan on Twitter. Actually, really any AI assistant that can do what Copilot does. It doesn't have to be Copilot. But realm right, realm, and then so we're writing to realm, and we're creating a to do.
Yes. So this is basically a little bit like your database syntax. You have to kind of start a write transaction.
Yep.
And that's basically to make sure that we don't get any conflicts when you're doing any sort of writes. And
by the way,
going to now create this. Learn React Native. So good.
I'm gonna say learn Realm React Native. It almost knows that. So it is not showing up here,
and it's not. We need an ID as well.
Oh, you know why? We didn't actually import our to-do list here.
Oh yeah, we're still showing this.
And the scroll view actually just needs to go away, I think. We just need to get rid of that. Actually, hold on. I'm just gonna change that to a view to start with and get rid of this. Sorry, say again. You were saying.
All right, so we did not provide an ID in this case, so we should provide one.
And this can just be ID. This can be. Is it just a random string or what?
No, it was that realm.bson.object ID.
So that is correct. Okay. So this will pull.
But you want a new one. You need a new in front of that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Creates a new one. Okay. We have this to-do list. We are importing it into our app. I'm not sure what we are missing here. And why
you just need to do a refresh on that. Oh, it could be because we did an on first open, but the realm was already opened.
Oh, okay. And actually, Victor says you opened the realm before.
Exactly.
So how do we clear a realm?
If we, we can actually add this as a configuration. It's, I think it's like delete on. Let me find it quick.
Delete realm if migration needed. Okay.
It'd be on if migration needed. We haven't really migrated it. That usually happens if you added another. Property to it.
The
other way to do it. The other way to do it is what I usually do is just delete the app and rebuild.
Oh.
Also another way to go around it.
Sure. That makes sense. All right.
Android does that a little easier, but it's just.
Yeah. Okay. The realm is already in a write transaction.
Oh, okay. In that
We don't
case,
need this?
let's look at that code quick. The realm.write. Yeah, we can remove that.
Just remove this. Okay.
Yeah, the wrapping function. Hey, there we go.
Yeah, there it
something.
is. Nice. Cool. Not exactly what we want in terms of this. I need to probably provide some styles. Now, this is where I need everybody's help because I am horrible at styling. Flexbox, help me out. Whoops. Oh, no, stop. Okay, it just went away.
I think we added flex 1 to that and it went away. Did it just go all the way to the top of the
I don't know where it went.
The screen? So you give it like a margin.
I'm the worst at this. And the flat list probably needs a style as well. The golden rules of styling is removing the styles. What, just remove it? Remove all the styles. That's what he says. I'm removing styles. It's not helping. You know what? The header actually is kind of being a problem.
Let's get rid of that. We can get rid of the header. I'm not sure. Maybe it's like underneath the header or something.
And I actually don't want the view at all. And I want the to-do list to maybe have like, I don't know, padding 30, sure.
Yeah.
Or margin.
Padding or margin. Do we need a...
It's the worst.
Maybe a flex direction or something.
What are we doing here? Flex 1 to the safe area? I don't know what you mean by that. This is fine. We can do this. We can handle this. See right there? Oh, but why is this not... How come it's not full size? Background color red. I mean, we can do that for sure.
That is always a way to know if it's...
yeah, so it's not full size. We need to figure out how to make this thing full size. Style.
Right, that's where we need the flex 1, right?
I think.
If we do flex 1.
No, that just kills it.
Well, flat list can't take a style, right? It can take a component. Let me take a look.
Yeah, that flex is not working. The flat list is just doing the overscroll bounce thing. You can disable it in app TX. Or you can, okay.
Right.
I don't.
Container.
I just need it to be like full size, the whole thing here. Flat list does not have a container style. How do you do that, Aiden? I'm not a person for so container style. Okay. Content container style. Oh, flex grow? Do I need flex grow here?
I think we need a flex there. If you give that a flex 1, is that background color going to go away?
It collapses the whole thing, so now you can't see what's in it.
It's underneath the status bar.
Is that what happens? Even with padding?
Yeah, the status bar is white.
Height 100%. You know what? This is horrible. How do we not know this?
It's sounding.
Hey, really? Is it really like 2005 here?
We import jQuery quick.
It's hilarious.
That left.
Okay, that's actually what we wanted. Okay, so let's so we have this text thing here, but this is obviously not what we want. We want like a to-do. So let's make a to-do.
Right.
And then the item will be the item there. And then we need to create the to-do itself. So I'm going to create a to-do, TSX, and import React from, by the way, thank you, chat, for laughing at us and then finally helping us. Sure.
I got some emojis we can use as icons.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. We don't. Otherwise, we import an icon library, but
yeah, we could use. Let's just use emoji. So what do I type it here as? This is a to do and realm object. it looks like. So let's or can I get the type from
Yeah, you can well, that's exactly what it is, isn't it? It's a realm object of type to do. So yeah, we're gonna have to grab that to do from that class, and
Yep.
then
do I need, oops, no, that's not what does not want me to import it. So import to do from realm. Okay.
import conflicts with local declaration.
Man, before it was too aggressive, and now I'm getting music that's just like putting me to sleep. Okay, sorry. Why is to do not working here? Shouldn't that be? Oh, because I've got the okay. The to do can't be named the same. To do item.
Yeah, to do item. Yeah.
Okay, to do item or to do row or something like that. Okay, so then, so this is going to be an item, which is going to be a to do and realm.object. Which, why is realm just okay here? Should we not be importing that?
Oh, we should be, but it's also yeah, realm is like in the global namespace.
Are you serious? Okay.
Yeah, because the way we classically compiled it was basically adding realm to the global namespace in the JavaScript engine. So
that's fine.
That's
I don't
fun.
care.
Yeah.
Like
we have a to-do list to clean that up as a breaking change. But.
I really am totally fine with that. To do item, we're going to import that. And then it looks like it worked because this is larger, but I'll just make sure by going like text or let's say font style italic. And yeah, it did work. Okay, cool. So we're in the right place. We're doing the right thing. Nice. Let's see here. Let me catch up with chat a little bit here. Flex 1 depends on the flex direction. It should be flex direction column. Because we are senior software engineers, we introduce problems to give us work. Yeah, okay, that's true. David, you understand. Corzio says we could have tried flex 1 in the safe area view, but now it works. That's probably true. I don't feel like height. Can we try that?
Yeah, that must have been it. Because the containing view didn't have flex 1 and we didn't give it a height.
And then I can get rid of the height here. And it still works. Wow. Nice. Okay. In fact, do I even need this? I do need that. The flex grow is important. I should probably learn Flexbox at some point. It's only been out for, 15 years. Okay. Is this used query hook from the Realm database package or a third-party package? So that is from the Realm. That's actually from the Realm React package. Right? Use queries from the to-do context, which comes from create realm
technical
context.
difficulties.
So. Oh, really? Can you not hear me, or are you good? You good?
Oh.
I just stopped share. Are you able to hear me? Testing. Everybody hear me? We're having some technical difficulties from... Lost you on ping is what he says.
Okay, I think we're back though.
Okay,
it seems to be stabilized again.
Okay. While I'm in here, I'm gonna grab these icons from you, and then I'll reshare my screen here. All right, cool.
That's froggy. Yeah, that's the way to go.
So we start with, and actually, I'm gonna add 2 on first start. I'm gonna add 2 of these, and the second one is gonna be stream to the world, and we're gonna do the same thing here. So Again, we have to kill the app. I don't know if no, it doesn't. I have to uninstall, which is not a problem. So I'll do that. And then I'll yarn iOS. Okay. So we do have our to-do item. We have our to-do list, and we get the item itself, which actually, I go back to to-do list for a second. That's fine. Yeah, item is fine. Okay. We do need to check and see if it's been completed or not. So item.completed. And then this is where we would return we're just going to do a text with something like, oh, and I guess we could just could actually just put this inside actually. So item.completed. Feel free to kind of give me your input on this, but okay, yeah, those two are not completed. This does need to be style flex direction row. And let's give these padding vertical. Let's go bigger. This isn't big enough.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Cool. Sorry, my headphones just ran out of battery, so I needed to switch out.
Oh, okay.
My mic was dead.
That's what was happening. All right. I was wondering if
Yeah.
you were just totally fine with what I was doing, or if you were. Okay. All right. And this is where I should be probably putting these into an actual style, but let's go. Let's make these big actually. A little too big. Okay. And this one probably also needs a padding. Right.
Padding, right.
Of, I don't know, an extra 5 or maybe 10.
Looks good.
Yeah. All right, cool.
So now we got our to-do item. We could make an input to create more, right?
Where can I buy a Realm t-shirt, says Vitor.
It's a good question. I don't know if they're for sale. I think there's someone from Realm in the chat that could
Yeah.
that. I got this when I was visiting the Copenhagen office. This when I was visiting the Copenhagen office.
Yeah.
In the box. If you make a PR for Realm, then
yeah. Nice.
Send you a t-shirt.
Nice. All right. So we have a couple of to-dos. We have the to-do item. We're checking whether it's completed or not. Should we allow adding to-dos now?
Yeah, I think that seems like a good way to start or to continue. So we could do that here.
Yeah.
So I guess make it a text input, and then we'll make a creation function after that.
Okay.
Once we get a button.
Text input, add a to-do. Let's style this as well. Font size. What did we use in the other? 24. All right. Add a to-do, and then let's see if this works. Testing. All right. Yeah. All right. Whoa. What did I do? All right. Let's give it some padding. Maybe a border color, gray, background color of just a little bit there.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
We didn't give a border width though, so the border is.
Oh yeah. Could be better. Actually, I don't know if I like the border.
Yeah, I think it's better without.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Add a to-do. All right, cool.
Okay.
And
now
then
we need a button.
Oh yeah, we do need a button as well, so we probably need to wrap this here in a view. And then this is going to be style equals flex direction row, and then we need a button here. I'll fix a typo in the README and get a T-shirt. I don't know that Oops, no, that doesn't work. Button. I don't know if that quite hits the what you're going for, but all right. So button import and why oh, it is title. I haven't used button in a while. We have our own button, so.
Right. Usually you just use pressable, I guess, and
that's true.
Write some text or.
Yeah, that's true. This is hurting me to have to retype this every time, but is this not? What style is? Is there no style? What the?
I don't even know how does a button work in React Native. I haven't used the button component.
I
in a
know.
long time either. Well, it's because it's completely different from.
I feel like
Android
it's
to iOS, so you're shooting yourself in the foot when you use it.
Is that right? All right, let's get rid of it.
Yeah.
Let's just use pressable. There we go. No, in this case, what we need is a text component within it. Sure. Okay, and then we need this one needs to be like flex grow 1. Yeah. Okay, getting there. Getting there.
Right.
We just make it way bigger. Oh,
and then
yeah. It's
maybe we can give the pressable some like weight or something.
Yeah.
So that's, would we do that? We probably do a view around the text then. Oh,
yeah.
That actually doesn't look too bad.
It doesn't look too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can work with this.
Yeah.
We can work with this. Button is unusable. Yeah, Danny. Yeah. Oops. Okay, so cool. So obviously we're gonna have an on press.
Right.
And this is gonna be add to do. Here. Const.
Right. So either a use callback or we can. I guess if we want to do it right, just use callback, right?
Yeah, use callback. Like so. Let's see. Do we need a?
And now, yeah, we gotta grab another hook out of that context. It's called use realm, and that will give us the realm to write with.
Okay. Why is this complaining? Oh, we need a.
Dependency, which we'll have soon.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is telling us to do this. So now we need. So you get the realm from use realm, and then you can write to it.
Exactly. Except you wouldn't want to put that in the context or in the callback. That you'd want to throw that outside of the callback. My screen share is probably a little bit behind yours at the moment.
You want to put that outside of the callback?
The use realm.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. So you'd put that as a dependency of the callback, and then just write to it in this case. Okay, that makes sense. And the other piece of this is we need to provide the text.
Right. So
the input. So so I guess yeah. So value equals new to do text, I guess, something like that, and then on text on change text equals set new to do text. So then we just need to use state for that. To do new to do text, set new to do text like so. And then we just need the new to do text to be the description. And then we still do need the ID, which is, see if I can remember this. I'm not going to remember. I'm just going to copy this.
Yeah, copy and paste that.
Yep. Completed, sure. Created at new date. Did we have anything else?
Date.
I think that was it. Let's see here. Learn flexbox, and then we have to hit add. All right. What happened there?
Did we get the state correctly? Did it clear the state before we got it?
We do want to, once we've written, we do want to set new to do text to nothing. But why did that not have a
content in it?
Set new to do. Oh, does this?
Maybe we have to. Usually you can just provide it, but
what's the signature of on change text? It is just the text, so I don't understand what would be the problem here. Let me try. Go. Why is this? Okay. Reload. Test. Okay, so this is saying for React Native, please polyfill crypto.getRandomValues.
Oh, that's super important, but we can. That just makes sure that the UDIDs are truly unique.
Okay, but it's not,
so that's not really
too big of a deal here. We're still not getting a description for some reason. We are creating the to-do, but for some reason the description's not coming through.
Why is it not coming through? That's the question, isn't it?
We could console log it, just see what we're getting back from the to-dos. Okay. And it looks like we have, let me see if I can find a place where these are lined up. Probably not. Okay, anyway. Description.
Some empty descriptions.
It is blank. So something's not quite working here.
What did we... Oh, wait. Just the... we provide new to-do list text as into the callback, right? So does that need to be a dependency on the callback? That doesn't make sense.
Oh.
Is this that like scoping thing?
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Right.
Do you want to fix this the real way or the hacky way?
We should probably just provide the text as an argument to the use callback,
which is hilarious.
And then, yeah.
It's like, what's the point of the use callback then? But okay.
No, I mean, like, doesn't use callback can't we make our own arguments for use callback? I guess that's the real way to do it, isn't it?
You mean here?
Yeah.
Oh, new text. Good call. Good call. Yeah. Good call. Okay, so that means that right here, on press needs to be new to-do text. Yeah, that's the right way to do it. You're right. So testing There it is. Okay.
Right.
Yep.
Then we don't have to re-render the
Yeah.
function all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That is better. That is better. Yeah. All right. Cool. So we're adding a new to do, and it also like clears it.
Right.
After
Perfect.
you type that in. So learn flexbox and add, and boom, there it is. Nice. Okay. What do you want to do next?
Should we delete the ones that are empty?
Yeah, let's add a delete function.
Add a delete button.
Yeah. I did slide to delete in a previous stream, but that's been long enough ago that I don't remember how to do it. So we could also do like a long press. I actually kind of want to do that. Let's do a long press.
Okay.
So I think that this would need to be a pressable. And then on long press equals, and this is where we're going to be deleting, or not equals. No, it is equals. Delete item. All right. So delete item.
All right.
Const.
So now we just need realm again.
So this is an interesting thing where it's allowing us to access things. I like this because I don't have to like deep dive into my state or pass things down or whatever. I just grab it wherever I need it, which is really cool.
Right.
So we do need we need to import the context here, the to do context, and then we'll const. It says that's what we could do, but I don't think that's true.
Sometimes it's nice what that thing says, and sometimes not.
Yeah. And actually, we want this right here as use query.
Use realm.
Use realm.
Use realm.
Okay. Use realm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, query returns the. Okay. Yep. Realm is that, and then const delete to do callback, and then it's trying to tell us what to do here. Delete it, I guess. Is that all it is?
Pretty correct what it's telling you to do right now, yes.
Yeah, okay. Pretty awesome. What did I call it? Delete item. Let's call it delete to do. So the item itself is right here. We're passing that in. We have realm and item right there. It looks right. Don't tell me that's all we have to do. By the way, I don't know if we want a long press. We should probably confirm, but... Oh yeah, it's gone. Just like that.
It works. Yeah, and your data's gone. Perfect.
Okay, that is sick. That is really cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
Super easy.
That is very, very neat. Obviously, long press is not what we would want there, but
maybe a slide. That'd be fun. Did you have to write that like with an animator or something, or is that?
I don't remember. I think I used a third-party library.
Okay.
What we could do, you know what, long press is fine. What I'll do here is I'm going to have Copilot allow us to do like a confirm. Show a confirm dialog before deleting. All right, let's just have it do this. Come on, Copilot. Why are you deciding now to stop? Okay, well, it's not going to give us that. All right.
He doesn't want to make a modal.
Right.
Well, I guess there's that system event that you could show. Right? What is that one?
Because I can never remember the. Actually, no. Here it is. Here it is. It's giving it. It's giving it.
Oh, alert.
Yeah, that's what I wanted, but I just didn't know how to cue it to say, hey, let's do this. So on press is here. All right. We throw that in. All right. Now, tab-driven development. Oh, I already have that. All right. So now if I hold down on here, it says, do you want to or not? I can delete and it goes away. Cool. So, so Copilot wrote the alert for us. Thank you very much, Copilot. Also wrote this for us. Thank you very much, Copilot. It's I don't like this syntax, by the way. It's really annoying, but it is what it is. So.
Oh, for the alerts.
Yeah, that's why I can never remember it, and that's why I always have Copilot remember it for me.
Yeah, no, that's not a very intuitive interface.
By the way, Ahmed says, is anyone using the new React Native architecture in production, or is it just Facebook? It sounds really interesting, but I wonder how is the community usage and support? To answer that, Ahmed, it's still very early stages for community support. I don't think that we're going to have like full new architecture support in Ignite Maverick, by the way, because it's just not ready. It's not that React Native isn't ready. It's that the community is not ready. A lot of the third-party libraries are not ready. And then Ahmed says, is the data realm stores available for every user using the app stored in the cloud, or is it specific to each device, just like async storage? That is a great question, because Andrew has an answer for it.
Right. So right now it's just basically like your async storage, but if you were doing the cloud solution with MongoDB, then you would have to create a user. So we do have authentication services. The easiest way to do it is just to make an anonymous user. But yeah, you can set email, password, or OAuth, or however you want to do that. But then you would you basically be filtering your data. We have this feature called flexible sync, and basically what we would do is when we started this up, we would create a subscription that basically says, I only want the to-do list items with this user ID, and then only those to-do list items would be coming through. And then that can even get more complex, depending on how you want to filter and do permissions on your data and things like that. But
how do I
that's
update?
the short answer.
How do I update?
Update.
Right?
Update's fun. So if you're in a write transaction, now you can just change that item's value.
No way.
Item dot is complete equals false or true, or yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Because that's what Copilot told me to do, and I was like, you're wrong, Copilot.
No.
Not wrong.
That easy. Not wrong.
I don't know why it's trying to do that right there. Okay, that right there is lovely. That is really, really nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Because I was expecting to have to do something complicated. Look at that. And actually, what I don't want to do is this. I actually want to just be able to click anywhere on the to-do to turn it on and off. So we have on long press and we have on press.
If you hold it too long, it deletes it, but if you press it quickly, it'll nice.
It's not actually that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm gonna sell this on the App Store after this. So when you check it, it's kind of interesting because I actually want to do a text. Is it decoration style? How do you get a strike through? How do you do a strike through?
It's been a while.
Is it variant?
Isn't it like text transform or something?
Is it text transform?
Text transform is uppercase, no, in lowercase and capital.
Okay, that's not quite it.
Text decoration style? No. Oh, text decoration line. Text decoration line. And then you can give it a line through.
Okay, that's if it's so what I need to do here is go item dot completed. Otherwise, none. Okay, so if I
None,
click it,
yeah.
checks it off. Okay, that's cool.
Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, could be better, but it'll do for now. I think we need to get rid of the check in the thing itself when it's not checked. I think we need the okay, Copilot just gave me the answer there.
Oh wow, look at that.
In fact, I think what we want is what was there before. Whoops. To be this. So now that looks better. Yeah, that looks better. Very, very cool. And then we want the, I don't know why I'm bothering with this, but maybe a color to be item complete. Sure. Okay. No, not that. Is that right? Okay. Yeah, look at that. It grays out. Nice. That's pretty cool. Okay. We are making some good progress here.
Yeah, we have a basic CRUD app, I guess.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can delete, you can add. Can't edit right now, but I mean, let's see. How would we do an edit here? Cooking with fire, says Mark. That's okay. We don't need to edit right now.
You could do a double tap and then
a double tap. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
You can tell we're UX designers.
Yeah.
Oh, is there not double? That's not a thing.
Not a double tap? Oh, man.
What's a magic tap? Interesting.
Magic tap. Oh, I think that's that weird when you just like hold it for kind of harder on your phone and then it makes a little dunk.
So it doesn't look like we have we'd need some sort of a touch move. We're using on long press already, Mark, for delete. I don't know what on touch move does, so I was thinking like you could slide on it and then it would allow you to do that, but that's okay. I kind of don't want to worry about that. But here's another thing I want to do. Yarn Android. Let's see if this works. I assume I got everything set up here to work for this, but I want to get it up and running. And then I actually kind of like. I kind of wouldn't mind. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a short break. Let's say 5 minutes. I like to do breaks about 90 minutes into streams when I have guests on. And what we'll do there is once we come back is see if we can get sync to work. Is that cool with you, Andrew? Sounds good.
Yeah, we can do that.
Cool. Unless do you need to bail out? I don't know what your time frame is.
No, I don't need to bail out. I scheduled this to
okay.
End, so.
Sweet.
No hard outs.
Okay, awesome. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a be right back screen. Everybody, don't go anywhere because we still have some more to do on this. The sync is going to be cool. We're going to actually synchronize between these two devices, the Android and the iOS side of things. Assuming it works. Sure, it looks like it works. Sync devices. Add. Yay! That's cool. All right. And obviously there's some other things we could do with this. We could do rearranging. We could do editing. There's a lot, in a to-do app that you can do for interactions and whatnot. So we're going to go to a be right back screen, and then we'll be back in about 5 minutes, and we'll do the sync part of it. See you all on the other side. All right, we're back, everybody. Mark says, missed the middle when I ran to pick up my kid from preschool. How dare you? Your kid comes before us somehow. Cool. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we can do this. So I was actually in the middle of signing up for, let's see.
Oh, you have one, right? So you have a cluster made?
I think so.
Already?
In Atlas.
Cool.
So Atlas, just to recap, tell us what Atlas is.
Yeah, Atlas is basically MongoDB's cloud infrastructure. It's running on, it's backed by AWS and any other cloud provider in your region.
Yeah, when I signed up, I could choose kind of like a few different versions. Yeah, which is really cool, actually.
So
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not like a huge Atlas expert, but
yeah,
that's basically the whole the scheme of things. So when you create a cluster, you're basically just setting up a MongoDB instance, and basically since the acquisition, Mongo is now the backing sync infrastructure for Realm. So it's going to do the transformation of the Realm data into MongoDB data, and back and forth.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a. You would not do this, by the way.
Okay.
You would not do this normally. And I'm not going to show it when I do put these in. Actually, export default. Let's see here. So const secrets. And what we'll have is a, I guess, Atlas username and an Atlas password.
No, we won't actually need this.
Oh, we won't?
If we create an app ID, then we can use that app ID to connect our app. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll still need some sort of a secret though, right? Because otherwise anybody watching could connect to it, right?
Ooh, yeah.
What I'm going to do is, until I'm done, I'm going to move to the chat window so people can see me and Andrew. Andrew, you can still see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're going to do this. We'll describe what's happening, but we're not going to show you what's going on. I also should probably git ignore this if we are. I don't even know if I have a git repo.
Oh, wow. You've just been
doing it live.
Yeah.
All right. So app secrets.ts is also get ignored now. Why is that not? Why is that not? Did I mess up? Secrets TS?
TS? It's because it's already added.
Okay.
Something?
Just putting secrets works. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So I don't need this, but I do need the Atlas. What did you say? App ID?
Yeah, it'll be an app ID.
Yep. And then we're gonna have probably some sort of a Atlas app secret as well. Okay, cool. So we're gonna set that up. Where do I do this?
So click up App Services tab up there.
Okay.
That's what we have to set up.
We're in the App Services tab of this for those of you not watching. And then it says
still a bit behind.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Real-time sync?
Yes.
So it's giving us a few options: build your own app, real-time sync, database views, Realm Web, GraphQL, but we're going with real-time sync. Select a template. So create app from template, I guess we just
I think
do.
we can skip that template part. 'Cause
Okay.
we already have an app.
I see. Okay.
So we just want to like, we can give the application a name if we want to,
Okay.
and then
To do realm
let's just call
for now. Okay. This should work. Data source
that's going to be that cluster you created.
should be fine. Yeah.
It should be that. So if you just hit create app service, I think
Okay.
we should be good to go. And now we have to just activate a couple things.
Okay. Create a API key.
The front end code for your template. We don't need this right now actually, because we could there's a feature, we have a realm CLI, and we could use it to basically pull your entire backend configuration into your repo.
Yeah.
And then you can make updates to it and push it back up again.
Oh, that's cool.
We're just gonna but we're just gonna use the UI real quick.
Okay.
So that's the app ID right there. That's what you can copy into your secrets right now.
Sorry, this one right here.
Sorry,
okay.
Right there. Yeah.
Okay.
So copy that guy.
Got that? Yep.
And
secret
cool.
itself.
So now we need.
Or do we only need this?
We can move on with just that right now. Yeah, we only need that.
All right, there we go. And then I'm gonna delete that from here so that it's not showing up, and I need to close this or move it off screen. So I'll do that. Okay, I will re-enable screen share in a second here. I think we pretty much are good to go, right?
Yeah, we do need to configure a couple things in that that UI because we need to.
Oh, we do. Okay. Before I re-enable, I'm gonna.
Yeah, we'll need to. Right.
Okay.
So the easiest way, I think, we could set up like a really quick like email password authentication thing.
Okay.
So
okay. Yeah. But there is like an API key thing as well that we could just pull in, right?
Right, but this is for like your user. So like we just want to make a quick user so that we can like you can log in on your Android app, you can log in on your
as the same
we could just
user.
Use an API key, yeah. Right. So here's how I run this really quick. Just hit run a confirmation function, and then you can provide a default one and skip ahead. You can do all sorts of things in here, so it's just like
okay.
Just click reset function. The default one, and then do the same thing here, and yeah, now we can hit save.
Save draft.
Save draft, yes.
Okay. It looks like there's a lot. It pops up a lot of help, which is cool. I like that.
Yeah. I usually want to be rushing through it like we are right now.
Yeah.
Take a little bit more time.
Yeah.
Okay, and the other thing we do have to enable sync. So this is on left, there's a device sync.
Okay.
Let's click that guy.
And I think I can share my screen now, right?
You can share your screen now.
Okay. So I will go ahead and switch back to that. Okay, this is where we are. Okay. Flexible.
Yeah, we'll leave development mode on. This basically is just like if you have a schema in your app, and you update it, and you refresh your app, then it's automatically going to update it in MongoDB.
Okay.
So if you or an Atlas, which is dangerous if you have development mode on, and you got two developers working on the app at the same time, and one's like in a feature branch, and then he like adds a field or changes the name of something, or changes the data model in some way, and then you're on the master branch, and then you guys crash into each other. But anyway, it's fine for what we're doing right now.
Okay.
So
cool.
Basically, this is showing some fields that we can sync on.
Yep.
So we'll have to set up like
like the ID
things for this. Like
which
the
is what we had
ID and all that.
Yeah.
Right, and that's going to be our user ID that we're going to get in a bit.
Okay.
So let's see. Is there anything missing? Does it say? We should be able to save changes soon. So it's still a little bit blurry for me at the moment. So
it is? Okay. I wonder what's going on with that.
Yeah, my internet speed's pretty fast, but I'm.
It might be on my side. What I'm gonna do actually is turn off some security cameras to reduce the amount of upload pressure I have right now.
Okay.
My Nest cameras. Okay, it might help. I don't know. We'll see.
It looks pretty clear at the moment, but it's not moving. Oh, now it's blurry again.
As soon as I start moving.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything red? I'm trying to see what's missing in this. Because you should be able to save changes now, but it looks like it's grayed out at the moment.
It's almost. I feel like it's because we didn't make any changes at all.
Okay. Yeah, I think we just need to.
It just says to do, by the way.
That should be fine. Okay, these queryable fields are already automatically selected. So we just need to select a template for permissions. In that case, we can just say that a user can write its own data.
Okay.
If you just click that select template drop down here.
Yep.
Users can read and write
all data.
All data. Why not?
So you can change. Yeah, we're just going kind of like. Obviously, you'd want to be more nuanced than this, but.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. So this is pushing that up. Nice. Okay. Anything else we need?
I think that's it.
Okay.
We just pray to the demo gods. This all works.
All right. Sounds good.
Now we need to make a couple more providers.
Yay, providers. Okay. So realm, and I am gonna import secrets from secrets. Okay, so all right, cool.
All right.
And then now the question is we need to create more providers, you said. So, or actually maybe the secrets goes in the app then if we're passing them to the provider. So
right, it's going to be up at that or wrapper level.
Okay. Yep. So what else do we need to grab from? Do we need to grab a different provider from the to-do context?
This will come out of Realm React again. We need two providers.
Okay.
I'm going to combine these into one. I think I have a to-do list because I think I can. But we have an app provider and a user provider.
Where do I get that from? Sorry. Oh, right here.
From app realm/react from our.
So import from realm React, and we're getting provider. So there's an app provider, and what was the other one? User provider. Okay, gotcha. And we can go to our wrapper here, and do we put it inside the realm provider or outside?
We'll put it outside.
Okay. App provider.
App provider. Okay. And then you can give him as an ID the ID that we just imported.
So
and that's,
ID.
The property is just ID. Yeah. Secrets.
Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, so Atlas app ID. Cool.
Yep.
And then you said a user provider.
Right.
Do we need an ID then?
This will just need a fallback. And that'll be a component, and that'll be our login component that we want to show.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Right. So then, at this moment, because we need authorization, we need some sort of authorization.
A UI for that.
A quick login screen. So 2 text inputs for your username, password, and a register and a login button. So we need to create the user or log in with them.
Okay, login screen TSX. Okay. And then export const login screen. And then we'll just Copilot, you need to give us everything.
Yeah,
Text
give us
input.
some.
It's not giving us everything. I'm very disappointed. All right. So in this case, placeholder be login or I don't know what username.
Yeah, username
And
or email.
Is it email?
It is an email in this case. We'll be using the user, the email
And then,
one. So
password. How do we? What is it? A type?
yeah, I think
Text content type.
Content type.
Password.
Cool.
And then we can do the same thing for this, but with email, I think. Yeah.
Cool.
What's the font? I use a very old font called NV Code R. Pressable. I think. Do something like this and bring pressable in, and it login screen here. Okay, this is horrible. Style equals flex, or let's see here.
Maybe a safe area view, since it's like a whole screen. And
we probably need that, yeah. So, yep.
Yeah.
Safe area view. And that should be flex one. Okay, there we go. And then let's go padding 30. And then all these texts need style equals, let's just do text. So I've been using this new kind of come on. Text style. All right. This new kind of format for my styles by putting a $ in front and then a lowercase. And I actually really love it. I love it. It's great.
Yeah, then you just like know that
it's a style. Yeah, yeah. And not only that, but when you go $, it gives you all of your things as autofill. So it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go with styles here.
So we have our inputs.
Style equals input. All right. Const input. Sure. Padding vertical. All right, this is really bad, but we don't really care that much. Okay, so then we also do need to know what the values are, I think, right?
Yep, so we'll need to do our little state again.
Yep.
State for email and password.
Okay, let's grab those. And I'm going to change these. Well, whatever. I don't care. It's fine. I'll just call it username. And then we have the set as well. So let's do those. On check, change text. Set password, set username. Those seem to be test@example.com, testing, and that is not giving me a hidden text content. That's interesting.
Whoa.
Why would that be?
Secure text entry, Boolean. Is that?
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. Yay. All right, cool.
Cool.
And then the login, when the login happens, on press is going to be log in. Whoops. Nope. login. So const.
So we could make, yeah. So we could either do this in two ways. Like we could make a sign in and a sign up, a sign in and a login, or we can just do a try catch on the login.
Let's
and
do that.
If it fails, try to sign up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so to log in, it's we're gonna use a hook real quick to get that app that we just provided.
Okay. Yep. So we need
that app has a lot of crazy functionality.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the main ones is logging in. That's important. So
Yep.
this one's coming from use app. That's what we named it, and this one will be imported just straight out of Realm React as well.
So
we
import,
don't have a context, so this,
use, you said, okay, hold on. From Realm React.
Yeah. And then you can do use app.
Use app. Okay, nice. And then we can go.
Right.
And you said, okay, so this app here, I'll call this Realm app. Okay, Realm app. Okay.
Cool. Now it should be, so we have to create a credentials object from Realm.
Okay.
First, out of that email and password. So that's going to be, we'll just do a const credentials equals capital Realm dot credentials. There it is.
Okay.
That's the one we wanted.
Username, password. Oh wait, no.
No, email password.
Okay.
That's what it's called.
It just guessed because I have username there.
Right. And then we can do app login.
So this should just be there. Okay.
Yeah. And that should take those credentials. What's it yelling about? Oh, it's a capital I. Yeah. Sorry.
Log in. Yep, makes sense. And then
that is an async function.
Okay.
So
can we just async this? It looks like we can. Cool. If we can't, then try signing in. Await. Okay. What is
this one?
Register.
App.email password off.register user.
Register user. And the credentials doesn't work here.
This one takes an object of email and password.
Hey, why not? Why not? And then does it automatically log you in, or do you have to then?
Let me take
let's just do this, I guess. It shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Let me catch up with this.
Yeah.
There's a cool
now
VS.
You should be able to log in, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cool VS Code command called expand selection that works great for selecting JSX. Combined with the command emit wrap in tag, it's great for improving the developer speed when doing React and React Native. That's cool. I'm all for hacks like that. A domination says React Noob here. Why use callback there? So the problem with React functional components is that in order to re-render, they have to run it every time, which means that this function would get redefined every single time, which is not really what we want. So use callback will take the very first version of this, and as long as these two things don't change, it will just use the original version. This will not be redefined every single time. The login function will just continue to be the same one. So that when you're passing in the login function to here, it doesn't see it as a separate, like a brand new function and continue to re-render pressable for no reason. So that's the main reason for use callback. One thing to keep in mind is that it's probably not a big deal to not use callback here. Like, it's not going to really re-render much. There's not much going on there. The use callback might actually have more overhead than just re-rendering the pressable. So you gotta kind of think about stuff like that. We're doing that because that's kind of, it just, well, for one thing, Copilot just drops it in there, so it makes it easier. So we have our login, and then yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work, but we'll try. Now if it's logged in, we need to know that. Oh, actually, it would just go. It would go to the next screen because the fallback would stop being a fallback.
Yeah, because now the provider works by checking if the current user has been set.
Mm-hmm.
And so if the current user is set, then it's going to not show the login screen. It'll show the fallback, right?
Why is it uppercasing?
I think there's another thing.
Auto capitalize none. All right, there we go. Why? There. At infinite.red, and my password is going to be something really simple. Okay, click login.
Ooh, what happened?
Promise rejection. We got a. Wait, why is this? Okay. Stop. Okay, I'm just gonna reload this. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, unhandled promise rejection. We have a, that's funny, on success.
Interesting. I wonder if it has to do with that that try catch that we're doing or not. It's strange. Is the register user is also a promise? Maybe something happened there.
I am awaiting it.
We're awaiting it. Can we try catch that too, just quickly, and see what it like comes up with as an error? There might be something.
Oh, we're doing the same problem. We're doing the same thing here that we did before. It's just blank. So email or new email.
Oh yeah.
We're doing the same thing.
Yeah, good catch.
Okay. No, not this. We actually don't need those anymore. We do need the realm map.
Yeah.
Here. This should just be password. Okay. So these are text. Then I need to pass that through. Okay. I may have, I need to, whoa, why did I click restart? I was trying to do refresh. Okay, well, I guess we're restarting the app. All right. Okay, Jamon at infinite.red. Yeah, we still have something going on here. We need more visibility into what's happening. So what I'm gonna do is disable the try catch and just get like the full, like, you know, does login not work, which probably won't. So
right.
Yeah, reload. You wrote :text. I did?
Yeah, for the inputs to the login.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. So, oh, yeah, I can just hit R right there. Okay. So this should fail unless it registered something.
Right, it should say something about a
Why doesn't it? Okay. This is annoying.
On that. That should totally tell you what's going wrong.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Let's just log it. Okay. Infinite.red. Invalid username password.
Invalid.
That's fine. Okay, that's not a problem.
That's what we should see.
Yeah.
You've already given me some to-do lists. I'm gonna write some issues on GitHub as soon as we're done.
There's nothing like watching someone else struggle with your software to like spawn ideas, right?
Oh yeah. The user journeys, the user labs.
Exactly.
That's the best.
Let's do a try catch here. It's nice when you can actually see the error, right? Oh, what do I got here?
Yeah.
Missing something.
Oh, we're in bracket.
Extra bracket.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go. So now I should create something.
Failed to confirm.
Oh, I think our little that little hack I did for the I know. Yeah, we need to go back in the Atlas configuration real quick.
Okay.
And automatically confirm users. So if you go to that authentication tab on the left again, up and go to the email password. Oh, there it is. Automatically confirm users. So that's up above.
Oh yeah, there we go. All right.
Right. Yeah, we don't want to run a confirmation function. We want to automatically confirm. This obviously, if you were doing a real thing, you would send an email and have like a link. And...
I'm logged in.
Okay, cool. We're logged in.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. So.
So we haven't enabled sync yet.
Whoa. Okay, we have not yet. Okay.
Yeah,
So
we've
I was
done
getting
the
a little
authentication thing,
overeager with that.
Yeah, we've done half the battle though.
All right. What's next?
Okay. So
would it be in the to-do itself or?
Right. We do need to add an owner to the
oh, we do. Okay.
the to-dos that we make now. Yeah.
Owner ID.
Yeah.
And then whenever we're creating one, we need to give it an owner ID.
Right. Which will be, we can get that from the used user hook.
Okay. Okay. So.
Oh, but we don't have that at this point.
Let's not create them right off the bat. Let's just
right. We don't need that anymore. Yeah.
Just get rid of it entirely. Yeah. Yeah, you're not logged in, so we can't do that. That's fine. So it's not going to be here. It's going to be in
the to-do list.
By the way,
component.
Kind of want to just do like a work in progress.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Okay. All right.
Cool. Yes.
Let's see here. All right. Sorry. So where were we? We need to do that in the to-do list maybe when we're creating.
Yeah.
Okay, right here. Obviously, a lot of this stuff would be put into like a service or something, so you could kind of,
right.
You know, you could kind of centralize this stuff. But okay, cool. So now we have a owner ID, and that is going to be under the. Did you say it was the used
user?
Use user.
The
Okay.
current user. Yeah.
Okay, pulling that in from that provider.
Right.
Dot ID.
And then we'll give it user.id.
If there's a user, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't be this far if there, I guess,
okay.
wasn't one, but it's...
Fair enough.
Oh, possibly null. I hate that.
I can put the exclamation saying we know we have a user.
Yeah.
Can you do that here?
I'm gonna fix that.
No, you can't. Okay.
You could if you typed it, I guess, to a
yeah.
user exclamation point, I guess. Would
yeah.
that work?
Or I could go that. Yeah. Okay. I can just put a bang there.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have an owner. That's good. And
So now we need to go to our realm provider, and we only want to get the items that are owned by that user, right?
I'm deleting this app just to
Yeah.
try.
We
Okay.
can start that from over.
Say again.
Yeah, let's go to the realm provider again.
Okay.
At that the app level.
Okay.
So we're just gonna change the configuration and add a sync property. This is a property that you can set in your realm configuration. And we're gonna give it flexible true.
Okay.
And then we're gonna provide it with an initial subscriptions.
Okay.
This is another property.
Mm-hmm.
And that has a property called update, which is a callback.
Okay.
And that should be subs, comma realm for the arguments, like subscriptions and realm.
Subs realm. Okay. Something like this, and then what are we returning here?
We're just going to call subs.add. This is how you're going to add a subscription.
And realm.objects to do.
Yes. And and then we're going to give it a dot filtered. Give me a quick second to remember the syntax. Should be something like user or owner ID equals. Ooh, that's going to be a tough one. I'm trying to think about that. We need the current user at this moment in time. You know what? We're going to take this code. We're not going to do this here. We're going to do that at the to-do list level. So keep the flexible true there, but just take that initial subscription functions out.
Okay.
And then
we're going to add a subscription once we're logged in.
Yes. Right? Instead of doing it right here.
Okay. So so that's in the to-do, or let's see here. Although actually we will have a user. Well, we have to do that in the app itself.
Right.
The app will not be rendered until the user's there. So we could do that here, right? Well, or do we want to just do the to-do list?
We could do it right there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So const user equals use user. And then now we have the user. Mm-hmm.
Right.
And we need the bang there.
And now we need the subscriptions. Let me refresh my memory on that syntax on how to get the subscriptions from here. It's been a little bit.
So in a way, this realm provider honestly should probably be in the app itself. No. The reason I was saying that is because then you could provide the initial subscriptions right there. But let's do it the way you're talking about. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, then we could provide the user or something like that as well.
Yeah.
It's true. I'm gonna actually write that down as a note, like provide the current user as argument to initial subscriptions. Yeah. Okay. So bear with me for a quick second. I'm just reading through the documentation for because we do have documentation on all this.
Okay. Yep. No problem.
Okay, here it is. So we need we need the realm.
Okay.
Obviously. Yeah. So const realm equals use realm, which we can get out of the context up above.
Sorry. Oh, to do context. Okay. So
yeah.
Okay, wait. Oh, it's just complaining that we're not using it. Okay, yep.
Cool. And now we can do realm.subscriptions.update.
Why is this? This is acting really strange. There's no realm. Okay.
Oh wait, we want to
Use realm.
oh yeah, sorry. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
to do
yeah.
context.
Const
It's
realm.
use realm. And that's part of that to do context object.
And I can just throw this right. Yeah, I might as well just put it right here. Okay, and then sub realm, and then do you have to call this subscriptions dot
update?
Or wait, update. Okay, dot update.
Yeah, and that's a function.
Okay. And this takes subscriptions.
Yeah, that'll be your subscriptions, and now we can call subs.add.
Or just subs, yeah, we can call it subs. Subs.add. And then we need a query.
No. Exactly. So this we can do directly from Realm. So we can do realm.objects. This is actually like one of the calls that use query uses under the hood.
Okay.
And this one just also takes that to-do class.
Okay.
Or it can take the string.
It looks like it's doing this, but what we want is
the owner ID.
Oh, that's so the $0 is the parameter. Nice. Okay, cool. Cool.
You could obviously do that with I think a template string, but that works as well.
Okay.
That's good.
So where the owner ID is this, and then and we are setting the owner ID. So it feels like we're pretty done here, unless I'm missing something.
Pretty close. We should give that subscription a name. That way, if like you updated it, it would update the subscription. So
how do you do that?
That's the second argument to add, and it's just an option. In options.
Name.
Just
to
like
do subscription or something. This is just it's something it can be like, oh, yo, you're trying to add something that's already there, right?
Right.
And then it'll update it.
It'll update it.
Nice.
Yeah. So like if you logged in with a new user or something, then it just should update that subscription.
Okay, that's pretty solid. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid. I like that API. That's cool. Let's try Yarn Android. Yarn iOS, although Android I think has some dirty data in there, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll probably have to read.
Oh, and I just realized my thing is too far down. All right. So now we need to Jamon at infinite.red. I have to remember my password.
That is another thing that we need to think about, or I just want to point out is that if you do like have an app that's local and you want to make it sync, and it's not released yet, then you're better off just deleting the app and starting from scratch when you're installing it on the phone.
Yeah.
But we do have ways to go about migrating from a local app to a sync app, but it's not like
okay.
Super,
So I'm getting a schema validation failed due to the following errors. There must be a primary key property named truncated.
This is some fun MongoDB stuff. So we do need to add a primary key to our schema.
I thought we had one.
We kind of implicitly did, but we didn't. We can add that under name on line 11.
Oh, okay.
Under line 11. Yeah.
Just
we can call it. We can just type primary key and then give it ID as a string.
Gotcha.
This is kind of a MongoDB thing. Like every collection of MongoDB needs to have an ID.
Yeah.
Usually create one.
That's totally understandable. Unsupported comparison between type object ID and type string.
Interesting. Okay, that's probably our subscription.
Okay.
I'm guessing. we called it an object ID. What did we give it?
We gave it a string here. The owner ID is not a string, so we have to
owner
convert
ID
this.
is not a string. Yeah, that's a two. I think it's a, there's a function on there you can call.
On what?
To on ID.
Oh,
So I think it's giving us an object ID back. So let's try to give it a to string maybe.
it is a string. I think it wants an object. Should we have defined this as a string instead of an object ID? Or do you want it to be an object ID?
We could make it a string. I think that might make it easier for us.
Okay, and that won't really be a problem then? Oh, the other thing is we didn't actually add it up here.
Oh yeah, we don't have it typed right now. That's only, that would be the type stream. Yeah.
Why is it? Oh, I need the bang. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bang.
So now that's just a string. Good. Okay. And I'm gonna come back here and okay. Try refreshing here. What? I don't know what's going on. Let me try this again here. Shake. Home. Let's just remove it.
What's happening here?
I'm just gonna delete it. Start it again.
Yeah.
Should be relatively quick. Have a Mac Studio, so it's pretty fast.
Oh, nice.
And log in with that.
More.
In additive only schema mode, owner ID has been changed from object ID to string. Okay. So I assume that's on the other end over here.
Yeah.
So what do I do? So I need to kind of like reset that, or I could just change the name of the owner.
You could just change it. I think we should put that back and just, that's the easiest way to go about it at this moment in time.
Okay.
But we need to verify that we have enabled whatever we give that in that flexible sync configuration in Atlas. We need to make sure that that's a property it can filter on.
Okay.
So we'll change this.
Sorry, say again.
Back. We'll change that, as you said, like change that back to object ID in the schema, and then we'll just make an owner ID without a underscore.
Okay, and change. Oh yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. Owner ID.
Just do an add it. Then it's just an additive schema change, and then it shouldn't yell.
Yeah. So this is like an old ignore, and then this is gonna be like our real owner ID. So this is gonna be let's see here. This is terrible.
Yeah. You could just remove, real owner ID.
Yeah. All right. It is what it is, I guess. So owner ID and real owner ID, and then this we can kind of ignore.
And then we'll have to change our creation function real quick to.
So I'm just gonna give it this fake thing here. We don't care.
Yeah.
And then this will be real owner ID, which will just be that. Okay, and then if we go back to our app, we need to go filter on real owner ID instead of owner ID. And then, okay, so now test add.
I think we might have missed something.
Missed something here.
Can you go to that But user ID is a string.
Why is Metro being so slow? I don't get this. Loading from Metro here. I also don't understand why my key combinations are not working.
Seems like the UI has become unresponsive somehow.
It's true, yeah.
Might have to close and reopen the app, I guess.
I'm gonna actually kill the simulator.
Yeah.
Okay, try that again, and then I don't even know what's going on over here. I'll try it. And my password is not supposed to be in plain text here. How do I reload this? Is there a, whoops. How do I
refresh an Android?
Yeah, because I'm in a text field here, so I can't just hit RR.
Is it Command R or something?
No, not quite. Guess I could do that. And then just go yarn Android, I guess. Promise rejection here as well. Client provided query with bad syntax, query for table, real owner ID.
Oh yeah, that's what exactly. That's what I forgot to add. We forgot to add that to the queryable field list. So can we go back to Atlas and go?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yep. So that was under sync.
Device sync, yeah.
And then it was right here, and we need to add real owner ID right there and hit save ID or save.
Oh,
cool. Yeah, it likes to just show the password. I love that.
Oh.
I'll just move it off screen.
Do that on Android. Yeah.
Okay, I accidentally clicked login, which didn't work.
Yeah, those text inputs are completely different between the platforms. That's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I still have an unhandled promise rejection.
Okay.
Don't know what it is. Like test. Okay, that worked. That's cool. By the way, it showed up there too.
Yes, it did.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Buy an iPhone. And it shows up over there immediately. And if I check this off, oh my goodness, that is so cool.
Yeah. And
that
is
super cool.
If you wanted to spend some time up in Atlas and start doing some MongoDB queries on your collection, you could start modifying it there as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Wish that was easier. That took us a little more.
It sure did, but you know what? It's always demo. Yeah, delete it on both sides. By an Android. And then just checking it off over here is like, well, I did. Oh, it's over here too. Learn Realm, React Native, add, and then check that off. So cool. That's so cool. Yeah, that's really, really cool. That's dialed. I like that. Hey, Mateo.
I'm happy we did.
Could you go over the code for this to-do list? All right, yeah, let's do it. Let's do a real quick recap of what's going on. We're going to start with in our app TSX. We're going to start with the realm.ts. So what you do is you define a class. You give it the property, kind of the shape of your data. Ignore this owner ID. We kind of screwed up when we were doing this. So it's the ID of the to-do. It's the owner's ID, so whoever is logged in currently. You have a description, you have completed, and a created at date. And then you provide it the schema, which tells it the name, tells it the primary key, which of these IDs is the primary key, it's the underscore ID, and the properties. Be nice to infer all this stuff. I assume you're working on that so you could kind of skip some of this stuff. Because example, this is you could go like that and infer that from the usage there.
Yeah, that's big on our to-do list right now, is to figure out the best way to get that done.
Yep, perfect. And then you use this create realm context, which comes from Realm React. Note, if you're not using Realm React, then you won't get all this cool stuff, so you should do that. Solves a lot of problems that you would run into. So you get this to-do context, and we are just simply giving it the schema. By the way, this is an array, so I assume you could give it more classes in here to be like, oh yeah, we have a bunch of collections. This is a collection, so this is an item in the to-do collection. So then, and by the way, the name here is what you will refer to it in other places. So then in here we have the to-do context that we just exported, and then from there we export a realm we destructure a realm provider and a use realm hook. The realm provider wraps around it. We're turning on sync right here. There's apparently some other strategies for syncing. And we also are providing a user provider, which is sort of like the Realm authentication stuff, and an app provider, which tells it what Atlas app we are using. So really this app right here is, I would assume, like your ID from Atlas. Atlas, of course, being the cloud provider that MongoDB provides here. And then
that app service you defined, right?
What's that?
That app service you defined in Atlas, that's what that app ID refers to.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then we have our user, which came from the user provider. We have our realm from the realm provider. And then we update our subscriptions, and we add a to-do subscription for our to-do fill. So this is where we're synchronizing so that we can, synchronize back and forth between the two logged in devices. We are filtering on the owner. So if I logged in as someone else here instead of this person, then the sync wouldn't be syncing between the two. But you can use other filters here, queries. So I think that's that thing. And then we have within the app itself, we have a to-do list. If you go to the to-do list here, we are doing a use query. We can get rid of that. You just pass it the class, and it will automatically keep the to-do list up to date right here. Anytime the to-dos change, like adding a new to-do, hello, add, it just automatically updates you. You don't have to worry about use state or anything like that. It's just part of it. Use query. Realm allows us to open a new write context and then create new items. So this is where we would create the new to-do when we're doing this, and we clear the text box. What's really cool is if I go to the to-do item itself, delete here is just realm.delete. You pass it the item. And even cooler, if you're in a write transaction here, item.completed equals, and you can just set it. So it's a lot like Mavic state tree, where you can just set things and they work in an action. So think of a write as sort of being like a MST action. And then we just have some basic stuff that we built here. Really cool. Anything else to add, Andrew?
There's only one hook that we didn't use.
Yeah.
Use object, which is basically what you would do for a detailed view. That one, you give it the class and you give it the primary key, and then you'll also get like one object out of that collection.
Okay.
Yeah. But you could also call filtered on that collection and just say, I only want this. But that's one way that if you wanted to do
I
that.
see. So it's subscribing to one thing.
Right. And that would only subscribe to that one thing.
I'm watching this one thing. Okay. That totally makes sense. It's like in Firebase, Firestore, the difference between docs or a collection versus a doc. Allows you to watch one thing. Very cool.
Right.
How does it handle conflicts if it gets 2 updates at the same time? Is it just last in?
That's a complicated part in the back end.
Yeah.
It's called like a change set, and basically what it's going to look at is like who created that thing first, and it'll like look at those modifications, and it's basically got a tree of changes that were happening, and so it's going to look at those events and then basically decide, okay, which ones logically make sense,
So will it
combine?
Will it, if 2 places update 2 different properties, will it take both properties and kind of merge them in, or is it last in type of a thing?
It's probably going to be the last one is going to override.
No, I mean if there are 2 different properties on the same object.
Oh, if they're 2 different properties, then
it would work?
The properties will update correctly.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Properties.
Okay.
That's easier. Yeah. But if it's the same property, then
it would just be last in. Yeah. Yeah. Totally makes sense.
Exactly.
So I did an exercise just out of curiosity building an Elixir app a while back. Not a while back. It was like a month or 2 ago, where I did this sort of synchronization thing using MobX state tree. And if you updated your MobX state tree store, then it would automatically synchronize, because MobX state tree generates basically actions. You actually get like a patch object, sort of like if you've used Redux, an action object. And it just does that for you as you set things. So you can subscribe to that, and then I just would send them over the wire, and then that would be broadcast to any subscribers, any other devices, and they would apply those patches. And so you would keep things in sync. It was really cool, actually. Works super well.
So you made like a sync server for
MobX state tree. Yeah.
Cool.
It's a cool idea. Would work pretty well if it's a single user. Because you just want the same state in multiple devices. Didn't work so well if you're cross user, because basically what I had to do is have a separate store that's like, keep this store exactly the same, and then another store where it's my user specific stuff, so it's like game state versus my user, or something like that.
Right.
And with this, I would assume you would handle that more granularly with your queries and stuff. So, because you're keeping these queries in sync, but
that's kind of the point about the subscriptions, the flexible syncs. What we do, the reason why we have that create realm context instead of just importing a realm provider directly is because I've provided the ability for you to have multiple realms if you needed to.
Mm-hmm.
If you needed to separate that out for any reason and get complicated, you can totally do that. And we already have people that do that. So, but that was before we have flexible sync. So
okay.
We used to have a thing called partition-based sync, and that would just take like a string or something, and just like say, I'm partition warehouse 2, and I'm partition warehouse 3.
I see. Okay, yeah, it was basically solving the same problem there. That makes sense. So Mateo has 2 really good questions. One is, should the subscription.add thing be in a use effect? And I think he's right. So if I go back here. So this right here probably should be in a use effect. Now, what's funny is it works because of how subs.add works. Because it's named, so the name, it'll just override it every time, but then you're kind of doing work without you don't really need to. So we'll just
hopefully in the end a no op, but to be safe, you should wrap anything like you do like this in
with the use effect there. So that's
right. And then you could probably there might even be cleanup functions if you needed to. There are remove functions, so you could call.
Oh, does it return it?
Update and remove. No, but it should. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to write that down.
That's what I would expect.
Yeah.
So in this case, because they're named, we could simply go
remove, and I think remove takes. Oh, there's a remove by name. It's called.
okay, there we go.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm guessing the remove will just take like the call, whatever you provided to add, like the,
Oh, I see.
like that same filter.
I
but
see.
It's easier to do it by name.
Just by name. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point. So that was the first question. Second one is there a way? Oh, I didn't. Hold on. I shared my screen over with Andrew. I did not share my screen with the rest of you. My bad.
Oh no.
This is what we added. Realm.subscription. So I added a use effect, and then I returned and subscriptions update, and then remove by name. So good call on that. That was the right thing. The other thing is, the other question is there a way to extend the logic on the back end? For example, if I wanted to send an email every time a to-do is created.
Yeah, we do have triggers in the backend that you can configure. And they're basically JavaScript functions that you can write. Yeah.
Okay.
Totally possible. There's also like in that app, you can define functions on that app, like in the app services.
Yep.
And then you can call those functions directly in your app as well. So if there's some special things that you need to do that you just can't get done like with Realm, but you can do it with MongoDB, then you can write that yourself.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's pretty powerful what you can do when you get into app services.
Yeah.
But that could be a whole other session.
Well, thanks so much, Andrew. I honestly, I feel like, I've wanted to play with it for a long time. With Realm specifically. And I like Mongo already. So the kind of like the combining of those two things is great. Realm is, just to let people know, Realm is sort of the on-device part of it. Mongo would be on the back end with the synchronization between the two. A lot of times, if you just wanted to use Realm as your application state, you can do that, and that's what it's designed for. It's app state.
Right.
Updates everywhere, just like MobX State Tree does. It looks like it works quite well. I am curious. We don't have time to do it right now, but I'm curious to know, how you handle isolating re-renders so that you're not re-rendering stuff you don't need to. I assume there's some sort of selector pattern or.
I wrote a proxy.
Okay.
And, yeah.
You're the best. Proxy's better than selectors.
It gets pretty complicated. You can read the code on it's open source. So.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Curious. Yeah.
That's awesome. Proxy's way better. In my opinion, if anybody's writing selectors by hand still, go find a proxy based solution of some sort and delete your selectors file. delete all your selectors. It's just, I don't understand why anybody in 2022 is still writing selectors by hand. But so good job on the proxy. I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, this is great. This is really cool, and it's something I think I'll definitely be considering for the apps that we build in the future. I would definitely this would be on my list of like, how complex is the state? What kind of synchronization do we need to be doing? And go from there. I have there's a couple of apps where we could have used this. I think on one of them we ended up using IndexedDB, which is a good solution as well. But I really like Realm. It's got a good feel to it.
Right, and you get MongoDB in the backend, which is also great.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good kind of like alternative to Firebase Firestore.
Yeah, it's definitely
the coolest thing about it as well is we didn't really talk about is if you just turned off your internet connection as well, you can still update your realm. And as
that's
soon
cool.
as you get your
Offline
internet
mode
back on,
by default.
it'll synchronize. Yeah. So Realm is an offline first database.
Okay.
So that is what we kind of like over the other competitors have that they don't.
Yeah.
At least I'm not aware of them doing.
Firestore does actually do a decent job of that. They have offline. But there are other reasons I built this app for my family. I called it FamSpace. It's basically like a social media just for my family. You know, my
nice.
4 kids and my wife and I. Because I don't want them to be on Facebook, you know, or whatever. FamSpace is my thing, and I use Firestore for it, and it works fine. And offline mode works pretty decently well. I would say though, this is a nice competitor to that. Like it has a lot of the same things and I'm gonna have to look a little deeper because there's a few things that I don't like about Firestore. Number one is actually their pricing model. I'd have to look at how the pricing works. Do you have it off the top of your head for Atlas?
No, I don't have those numbers on the top of my head.
No worries. I can go look at that. I don't really like how it's like per query because like if I wanted to build in a little app, or sorry, a little game, which actually my girls were asking like, hey dad, can you make a game on the app so we can play multiplayer game? You know, like I don't want to be just streaming updates through to Firestore because it's just not. You end up hitting your free limit really fast, and
all right,
that's not something I'm. Yeah. So it'd be something to definitely look at. I think if I'd known about this, if I'd done this Realm thing, I wouldn't be using Firestore on it. I'd be using this Realm and
cool.
Using a sync instead. That makes more sense to me. Oh, what happens when a device has been offline for a while and then it comes back online? Does it send like a snapshot of everything, or how does that work?
Yeah, it'll try to update. I mean, it's going to try to send that information up to the server, and then it's going to have to handle that change.
No, I mean, like, let's say that you log in for the first time from a device, a new device that's never been logged in. It grabs all the information from the server and pulls it down and updates your local state.
You're right.
Cool. Yeah.
Kind of like what happened when you just logged in with that Android device.
Yeah.
Simulator, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yep. Very cool. Awesome. Well, I think we'll wrap it up now. Thanks so much for giving up your Friday evening to kind of take us through this. That was really cool. Appreciate it a lot.
No, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I encourage everybody to try it out for themselves and write issues on GitHub if you find any bugs or anything like that.
Yeah, it sounds like you're
super active on GitHub.
Yeah, it sounds like you're pretty open to that, to feedback like that.
You'll get a response.
Lule Ahmed says, does AWS have anything like Firebase or Realm? I think the closest thing is Amplify, AWS Amplify for that.
Right.
You know, and just depends on whether you really want to be on AWS directly or if you sort of like the increased developer experience that some of these other services bring. Cool. Well, I'm going to hang it up in just a sec here. Thanks everybody for coming along. We actually had a pretty good following. I think 25 people or so watching. And for most of the stream from both YouTube and Twitch. And next stream, I think we're going to be switching over to Mondays, by the way. So just keep that in mind. It's going to be a little bit loose. I'm going to be less kind of focused on just having like a fixed time, just to work better with my schedule. But all right. I hope everybody has a great weekend.